everybody, JC here with another T&I toy review, and today's review is in association with MarvelousNews.com, your #1 news source for everything Marvel. And for today's review, we're going to take a look at the new Marvel Infinite Series 4-inch Black Cat figure from Hasbro. And this figure comes packaged in the same style of Infinite Series packaging we've seen with all the other figures in this line. You've got the Marvel Infinite Series logo up top, the Avengers icons, and then the figure clearly displayed in the packaging. On the back of the packaging, we have a brief bio in multiple languages for the character, as well as a look at the figure, and then down below a look at some of the other figures in the line. Okay, so let's get this open and take a look at what's inside. Okay, so here's a look at the figure outside of the packaging, and I think, like with most of the figures in this wave, that Hasbro has done a pretty good job with the overall look of the figure. I think they did a nice job with the sculpting. I think the face sculpt is pretty nice for this figure, especially for a 4-inch scale figure, and then the overall just, you know, body and everything looks pretty good. She's got the white hair with the white fluff pieces on the back of her arms and on the sides of her legs, as opposed to the white gloves and white boots like we see on the Marvel Legends version. And the figure, they've definitely sculpted her in a way so she's definitely got some junk in the trunk here. And here's a comparison with that Marvel Legends figure that we recently got. As I mentioned, you can see the Marvel Legends one has her with the white gloves and the white boots. I kind of like the version with the black, you know, gloves and black boots, or all black outfit basically. I would have liked to have seen maybe some shading on the white parts like we see with the Marvel Legends one. It's solid white, the hair and everything is solid white on this 4-inch figure, so I would have maybe liked to have seen a little more detail with the paint apps. She's definitely not showing the cleavage though, like with the Marvel Legends version. And then one thing I do want to point out with the paint, and we've seen this with some of the other figures on this in this wave, but there seems to be some bleeding on the neck, on the seam on the neck. I don't know how well it shows up on camera, but you can see there's some discoloration on her neck, and we've seen that with some of the other figures in this wave. Also, like, they've got the little necklace with the little silver, it's done with a little silver metallic for like the pendant part, and then it's just black. She's got the red lipstick. Again, I think they've done a really nice job with the face sculpt on this figure. So this figure stands at just about 4 inches tall exactly. She's basically the same height as that Amazing Spider-Man figure from the Marvel Universe line, that first Spider-Man figure they did. So they're about the same height. And then she's definitely shorter than like the Sandman figure released in this wave. So the figure does not come with any kind of accessories at all. She does have, they've sculpted her with one closed fist for her right hand, and then she does have an open hand for her left hand, so you can get her to hold some things. So if you've got some other accessories, like I stole this diamond necklace from my Catwoman figure from the Batman the Animated Series line from DC Collectibles, so have her hold some things like that. But the figure itself does not come with any kind of accessory. Okay, so articulation on this figure is pretty much the same kind of subpar articulation we've seen with the other figures in this wave. She's got the ball joint for the head, so she really doesn't have any up or down movement. She can turn her head left and right without too much of a problem, even with the long hair, which is a harder plastic, but it doesn't really prohibit her from turning her head, which is good. Arms are attached with your standard ball hinge joints, so she can get her arms all the way out, and she's got good rotation there at the arms. Single hinged elbow, so she can bend her elbow about that much. She's also got the swivel at the elbow, but no wrist articulation on this figure. No midsection articulation. Legs are attached with the ball joints, so they can do the splits about that much. She can get her leg forward pretty good, and out and back. The way the butt's sculpted, she can't do it straight back. No thigh swivel. Double jointed knees, but no swivel at the knees. And as I said, no thigh swivel. And she does have the ankle pivots, so she's got good movement there. And then 2 peg holes on the bottom of her feet. And then with the peg holes, using the old Marvel Universe figure stands, I could get it to work on her right foot, but not on her left foot. Okay, so that's my review. As I've said with the other figures in this wave, you know, we've got a decent sculpt here. The paint apps are halfway decent, but unfortunately the articulation is just subpar. So, you know, if you don't mind not being able to pose your figures in some really cool action poses, then I think you'll definitely want to add these to your collection. But otherwise, you know, you may want to hold off on these because, you know, again, the articulation is just not what it once was with this line. Hopefully that will change with future waves and we'll start to see the added articulation again, but right now, you know, these figures just, you know, are missing some key points of articulation like the midsection joint, wrist articulation, good neck movement, that kind of thing. These figures are hitting shelves now, and if you can't find them at physical stores, you can find them at places like Big Bad Toy Store online. We also have a full gallery of images for this figure over at marvelousnews.com. There's a link in the description below for that. And as always, you know, we ask you to leave a comment, let us know what you think. If you're so inclined, please like the video, and if you haven't already, please subscribe. And until next time, I'll catch you later.